Hi, this is Kevin Tomlinson with Draft Digital, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about going wide and going wide with Draft Digital in particular. But we're also going to talk about some cool things that you might not know about D2D, and we're going to get into a little bit about how to do Apple promotions and Kobo promotions. We've got Apple discount codes that you may not know about. Actually, they're not ours. They're Apple's discount codes. They're your discount codes. We're going to talk a little bit about that and some other things. So let's get started. Okay, before we get started, I want you to know there's a link right there that's going to let you download a post that's all about the content of this video. It goes in a little greater depth and detail. So you're going to want to check that out if you haven't already. We're going to talk about going wide first. So let's define a few terms. First, let's talk about wide versus exclusivity, and let's talk about what exclusivity means. Usually when we talk about exclusivity, we're talking about Amazon's KDP Select program. That's basically what we mean. But in general, exclusivity means that you're only distributing your books to one vendor. We usually talk about this in terms of Amazon's Kindle. You can get into their KDP Select program, and this gives you a few advantages. For example, people who subscribe to Kindle Unlimited can actually read your book for free. They're paying like $10 a month, but they're able to download a number of books and not pay any extra for them. So for the price of typically one book, they can get a whole catalog of books. You can include your books in that catalog if you are a KDP Select member. This is kind of advantageous to you in a few ways. One of those ways is, other than just getting paid for each copy of your book that's sold, you also get paid based on page reads. So that's a pretty handy thing. It means that you can be discovered a little easier. Readers can actually find your work and not pay a little extra to get it. And they'll take a chance on you a lot quicker than they would otherwise. So they'll read your book without buying it, and you get paid by the page. Now the rates for that can tend to vary. It's usually something like a fifth of a cent, but it can add up over time. So this can actually be very advantageous to you. If you are a new author and you have no platform and you don't actually have a whole lot of books, maybe you've only got one book, maybe you've got a couple, this is actually kind of a good way to build up a readership and start some money flowing and get a little momentum as an author. So this isn't a bad thing. We actually, people are surprised when they find out that we will promote this idea. You should go out, use KDP Select. You get some other perks as well. You get to participate in their the promotions that Amazon offers. So they have a promotions tool where you can do like a countdown deal where you offer your book maybe for free, and then after 3 days it's $1, and then after another 3 days it's $1.99. And you can count back up to your full price. You can only do that if you're in KDP Select. You can offer the book for free for a limited time. That's another exclusivity deal. And you can participate in things like Amazon Marketing Services, or AMS. You may have seen this around. In fact, one of the presenters, Brian Meeks, if you don't know Brian Meeks, he wrote a whole book on Amazon Marketing Services and using Amazon ads. You get to participate in that if you are exclusive to Amazon in KDP Select. So there are some advantages there. Now, wide distribution, in contrast, means that you are spreading your book out to all the various retailers across the globe. So you're not just limited to Amazon and Amazon's pool of readers, which can actually be quite limited. As big as Amazon is, they don't cover the whole planet. So if you want to reach readers in certain pockets of the world, you're going to need to go wide. So one advantage to being wide is a greater possibility of discoverability. So if your book happens to appeal to a certain demographic, let's say in Switzerland, and Amazon doesn't happen to have readers in Switzerland, that's how you'll reach those readers. Now, the downsides to going wide are things like, the onus of all this is on you. You don't get paid unless someone buys your book. There is no special fund to pay you by page reads. You don't get to participate in a lot of Amazon's promotions, but those weaknesses can also be strengths. I mean, if you are, no one basically went into this business, by the way, saying to themselves, I can't wait to distribute to only Amazon readers. Everyone started writing to have the potential to reach a worldwide audience. So there is some advantage to that. Let's take a look. I jotted some things down just so I'd remember. You can avoid one big problem, one potential problem. Amazon is, if you put all your eggs in Amazon's basket, there's always a chance that Amazon will change the way they do business. They've done this before. They've actually ask around about Audible. Audible used to give the author 50% royalty. It was an even 50-50 split. They changed that a few years ago, and now it's a 60-40 split, and you get the 40. So you provide all the content, you do all that work. They make it available to their readership or their listeners, and they get to make the biggest chunk of the profit. So Amazon has done this before, and a lot of people complained about that, but what are you going to do? They have exclusivity. They own the rights to that book for 7 years. So that is one downside to exclusivity. And going wide helps you avoid that. So you get to diversify your income a little. Changes do happen in this industry. Things come along and sort of upset the apple cart a little. So it's good to have multiple streams of income. It's good to have a wider source of income than simply one source. If you are thinking about your options there, if you're thinking about whether or not you should be exclusive or wide, we're going to talk about a few features of Draft to Digital next that might help persuade you in that direction. I want to make it clear, by the way, if you choose to be exclusive, there's nothing at all wrong with that. It's actually a really good choice for a lot of authors. You should just consider what your goals are. In the end, what kind of author do you want to be? Do you want to be an exclusive Amazon author, or do you want to be a wide distributing author with a global reach and global audience? The downsides to wide, all the onus of it is on you. Your marketing, getting attention for these books, basically, all the stuff that would be you anyway, like cover design and editing and all that, is on your shoulders. But just getting the book noticed by people worldwide, it is a little tougher. It's worth it. If you can get that audience, it's worth it. So something to consider. We're going to talk about now the Draft to Digital angles on this stuff, and I think you're going to find some of this stuff cool. We do a lot of free, cool stuff. So hang out for a second. We'll get right into Draft to Digital. Okay, let's take a look at how to work with Draft to Digital, and basically what I'm going to do is give you some of the perks of working with us. Working with us is actually quite easy. All you have to do is reach out. We will answer questions, we will help you through the process, and we got a lot of free tools that are meant to help you succeed as an author. So working with us is the easy part. Here's some things that you might find kind of cool. First of all, the one thing you want to keep in mind with us as a distributor, first of all, we're an ebook aggregator. We will take your book and we will distribute it to all of the various major retailers worldwide. Now, the advantages of that are you get all your reporting in one place. So you get your sales, you get which sales channels are hitting, you get your estimated royalties, you get all this stuff in one place. Plus, we'll make sure that your book is conforming to the standards and requirements of each retailer. So we do all that for you. If you do that individually, it can add up to a lot of work and a lot of time. So we save you a lot of time. And what we do to compensate ourselves for that is, first of all, everything we do for you is free, but we take a 10% cut of royalty when you make a sale through one of our channels. So that with the vendor's 5% means you get a 15% cut out of your royalties, taken out of your royalties. We get 10% of that, and we look at this as if all we did was the headache parts, distributing to all these vendors and making sure the book is up to their standards and making sure all the reporting is done accurately and making sure you get paid on time. If that was the only thing we did, we figure we've earned that 10%. But we're we want to go a little further. We always try to go a lot further, actually. So we've created a whole toolbox full of resources, and we offer all of these for free. And here's the cool part. We don't require you to distribute through us in order to use these free tools. So even if you want to go direct, if you want to go exclusive to Amazon and you want to have a cool looking ebook or whatever, I'm about to get into that, but we've got all these tools you can use to help with that. No matter what your strategy is, you go wide on your own, you go exclusive, whatever it is, we'll support you in that. We only make money if you make money by distributing through our service. That's the kind of business plan we like. So here we go. Our first tool is ebook conversion. Now, I'm not going to go through everything Draft to Digital does. I'm hitting the highlights here, and this is one of my favorites. We have ebook conversion with professional templates. So you can upload your Microsoft Word document, right? And it can be the modern DocX document, by the way. It doesn't have to be the 1990s .doc. You can upload that, or you can upload an RTF file. We will convert that file for you to ebook formats, to the popular ebook formats, EPUB and .mobi, and those are the two biggies. The Mobi file goes to Amazon. Amazon uses Mobi. That's their exclusive proprietary format. EPUB goes to basically everyone else. So we'll convert that manuscript and make it conforms. We test it on all the devices, all the e-readers. It always works great. We strip out all the junk code so the file is nice and lightweight. So and it doesn't screw up very often. I mean, very rarely. In the years that I've been working with these guys, I don't think I've seen more than maybe 2 files that have were just messes, and then we fixed them. So we not only will we do the conversion, but we'll make sure it's going to work for you. Now, the other side of that is we offer professional templates, and you may have heard of a little piece of software called Vellum. We basically will do what Vellum does, but we do it for free. So you can choose your ebook template from a whole variety of templates. Get it to look the way you want, and then when you spit out that EPUB and that Mobi, it'll be in a nice professional looking layout that will be very pleasing to you and to your readers, and we don't charge a thing for that. And the great thing about that is it's operating system agnostic, which means that you don't have to have a Mac to use it. You can use it on any computer. It's all browser based, so there's no software to download. You don't pay anything for this. It's a completely free ebook template and ebook layout. So we'll do that conversion for you, all for free. You don't even have to distribute through us in order to use these. You can go and get your book formatted for free, download that copy. It's 100% yours. We don't own any rights to it. You take it, you own the rights, and you can distribute it any way you want. So if you want to take our file, the file we generate for you, it's your file. But if you want to take that file and take the Mobi and go to Amazon and only distribute through Amazon, you're welcome to do that. If you want to take that EPUB file and go to all the other vendors and distribute through those vendors, you're welcome to do that. You can give those files away for free, whatever you want to do. It's all yours. So we really just built a tool that we ourselves wanted to use. Our company, by the way, was founded by an author and 2 of his programming buddies. I'm an author. We have writing in our DNA. We are authors. So we understand what you're going through. So tools like this we think are very helpful. And by the way, if you have your own EPUB file, you can upload that. We won't be able to do anything with that file. We won't be able to modify it for you. But we can distribute it. So if you have a preferred format for your EPUBs and you don't want anyone tinkering with it, no problem. We can distribute that EPUB file for you and convert it to Mobi for Amazon and everything required there. So you're all good. We'll take care of you. Now, related to the ebook conversion and formatting, we actually have a print-ready layout, and we'll produce a print-ready PDF. Now, at this time, we don't offer a print solution. We're working on that. That's coming. Now, what we do offer is the ability to download your print-ready PDF so that you can take it to any publishing on demand service, PLD service that you want. Anyone who accepts a PDF layout for your book, you can actually download your book, and here's the great part. That template that you picked for your ebook, it transfers over to your print-ready book. So the cool-looking professional template is now available in your print-ready book, and you can choose your trim size, whatever trim size you prefer. We've got all the standard trim sizes for the industry, and we'll take care of all the margins, we'll take care of the headings, we'll take care of the page numbers. All that stuff gets taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about a thing. You just pick your very beautiful template, and we'll fill in the rest. And then you download that PDF, and you upload it to whatever service you prefer. You can give it away, you can do whatever you want with it. So we'll take care of all those things for you, and it is a very cool, very nice looking PDF. Trust me, I've used it myself. So that's one of my favorite tools, actually. Okay, another thing is automated in matter, and this is all associated with our automated layout, but so in matter, of course, we actually sort of lump everything together. So front matter and in matter is all in the same heading. We'll take care of some of the things that might normally give you a headache when you're trying to do the layout of your book. So we'll insert, if you want, these are all optional, but we'll insert copyright pages, dedications, also by pages, so the pages that are a list of all your other books that you have published through us. We'll do your author bio page. If you have a publisher bio, we'll do that. We have a sort of sneak peek, like a preview of another book. You can select what book you want to preview in the back of your book. It'll give a little excerpt, and it has a little link with a call to action that tells the reader to click through and buy that book. We have another tool called new release notifications, which is a very cool way for your readers to be kept up to date whenever you release a new book. Now, that's not list building. We don't share email addresses with you. It's not about building your email address or your mailing list. New release notifications are a communication from us to the readers who have signed up to learn more about your books. So it's a way to continuously promote your books. These are fantastic tools. These are pro level tools. You don't have to pay a thing for this stuff. Now, all of this is optional. Everything is opt-in when it comes to Drafted Digital. All this in matter can be selected on the our publishing phase of the process. You can decide which tools you want to keep and which you don't. The also by page has some special features. You can elect for us to, this is on by default. You can turn this off if you don't want this, but it's set up so that every time you upload a new book, we will automatically update the also by pages for every other book you have published through us. So you don't have to worry about going back through old books and making sure that you've updated all your also buys. Everything by you will be listed. There's no crossover, by the way. If you write under pen names and you don't want things to mix, if you've got different genres you don't want to mix, so you don't want people to know that you write epic fantasy on the side or whatever it is, there will never be any bleed over. So there's no chance that you're going to upload a new book, a new fantasy book, and all of your science fiction books all of your mysteries will suddenly be updated with this pen name that you didn't want associated with it. So we protect you there, and there's a whole bunch of other little things that go on behind the scenes, but the call to action and that sort of thing, these are tools that help with your marketing. Really, they're all about promoting your next book, promoting your work. The calls to action, by the way, use the next thing that I want to talk to you about. Probably my favorite tool. We introduced this tool essentially the same month that I started working with Drafted Digital. So I consider it my tool. It's been like a pet project. But I'm talking about universal book links, or what we call UBLs. Now, a universal book link is an evergreen link that you can actually customize. So it would be, this uses our sister site, by the way. So it's books2read.com/ and you can either leave the default set of characters and it'll be like a random string of characters, or you can enter a name that you want to, that will make it easier for you to remember. Generally, like the title of your book. So it would be bookstoread.com/yourbook. The great thing about these, there's several great things about this actually. If you customize it, it's very easy to remember. You can use that link anywhere. You can use it in emails, social media, on business cards. Because it's evergreen, it's always up to date, right? You never have to worry about it going stale, becoming defunct. What happens is, now we'll generate UBLs for your books as you publish through us, but you can also go to bookstoread.com, create your own UBLs, and what you would do is grab the URL from the book page of your book on any service, Amazon, iBooks, Barnes & Noble, anywhere. Drop it in at bookstoread.com, and you'll generate your universal book link. And what it does is it takes that link and then it scans it for all the metadata. And then it goes to all the different book sites and starts scanning for that matching metadata. And then it starts populating a list of links to other stores. Okay? So the user experience for this is the reader clicks on this link, or they go to the URL you tell them to go to. They get presented first with this landing page that has a whole bunch of storefronts. It says this book is available at Amazon, Kobo, Apple, Barnes & Noble, Scribd, wherever. They'll click on one of those as their preferred store. So they like to read on the Kindle. They click on Barnes & Noble, and it asks, do you want to make this your preferred store? If they say yes, then anytime they click on a universal book link from that day forward, it will take them directly to the Kindle store. I'm sorry, I may have said Kindle, and I'm sorry. They will take them to the Nook, the Nook store on Barnes & Noble. I swear I haven't been drinking yet. It will take them to the Barnes & Noble's product page for your book directly, and they won't have to click anything else. It'll remember their preferred store for them. And that means it's just a single click. So every reader in your mailing list, for example, may have a different storefront. They may want the Kindle, they may want the Nook, they may want to read on their iPad, so they go to iBooks. And they can all select the storefronts that they prefer, and then every time they click on a link from you, it'll take them to their storefront where they can just immediately purchase. So it eliminates a bunch of clicks between them and buying your book. You can customize that link, as I said. You can also add in your affiliate links from various stores. So if you have an Amazon Associates ID, if you have a Barnes & Noble affiliate link, if you have Apple affiliate link, and here's my favorite, and this one kind of makes me laugh every time I think about it, but you can actually add the Smashwords affiliate code. And what we'll do is embed these codes in the links so that whenever the user clicks on it and they make a purchase, you get the affiliate dollars as well. It's kind of like a little bonus cash, right? So now the first question people ask is it okay to use these in emails? And yes, it is. You can use these in emails. You can use it in social media. Anywhere you would use a link, people can actually go check it out, and you get a little bonus. So that's a nifty one. That's probably my favorite of the tools. Another service we recently rolled out over 2017 is Refer a Friend. Now, this is our affiliate program, and this works kind of cool. Basically, what will happen is you'll go into your Draft Digital account, and you can create a special, unique URL for you, and you can customize it. So it would be draftedigital/your name. When you give that link to another author or a publisher, and they use it, and they set up an account, for a full year after the initial date that they set up that account, Draft Digital will give you 10% of our cut of any royalties that author makes. So think about that. You set up your customized URL, you convince an author to use that URL, and they create a Draft Digital account. They start selling books. Draft Digital gives you 10% of what we make from every sale they make. So that author doesn't lose a dime. They continue to make whatever royalties they make. And you make some money off that deal too. So if you help promote those books, and promote that author, it benefits you. Now it benefits us too, and so we're happy with that, but this is a way for us to kind of give back to all those people who are always out promoting us and telling other authors about us. So check out that refer a friend option. It's in the advanced settings, or it's in the settings in your author dashboard on draftdigital.com. Click on account, you can get to it. The final thing, really, this is one of the big ones. This is the biggest one. But the truth is, we actually do legitimately have the best customer service on the planet. And I can confidently make that statement because if you Google Draft to Digital customer service, and you'll see people actually writing reviews about their experience with us. So we have really good word of mouth. It's made my job as the director of marketing that much easier. I don't have to do a lot of work, actually, which is a lie. I do a lot of work, but the idea of other people promoting us, we don't have to try for that. People just love dealing with us. So here's the deal: if you come on board and you have any sort of problem, you reach out to us. You go to our contact page, draftdigital.com/contact, or you email us at support@draftdigital.com. You do that, and you tell us what problem you're having, and we're going to fix that problem. You talk to real live human beings who live and work in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I am not in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'm in Houston, Texas, but we've got you covered. I mean, you'll talk to actual people who understand what you're going through. They understand what a hassle publishing can be, and they'll help you fix it. So we don't really have that many problems, honestly. We get lots of trouble tickets, we get lots of questions, we get lots of things going on, but we don't typically have problems that we can't solve. So if you run into any kind of hiccup or snare or snag, reach out to us, and we're friendly. We will help you. We'll make sure you're taken care of. So check us out. Go Google us. I'm happy to. I'll put you out there on the web. We'll turn our reputation loose in the wild there. So that's Draft to Digital, and that's really the best reasons I can give you for going wide through us. That's how you work with us. So definitely check that out. Go find draftdigital.com, email support, hit us up on Twitter. We are at draftdigital on Twitter. We are facebook.com/draftdigital. Reach out to us and ask us anything, and we will definitely help you out. So next up, we're going to get into some things I know people want to know about. We're going to start talking about promotional stuff. We're going to start with Apple coupon codes. So stick around. Okay, this was a special request, we'll say. The question was, how do I get Apple promo codes through Draft to Digital? The coupon codes from Apple, little known fact, you can get those regardless of how you distribute to Apple. All you have to do is ask. So the basics of this are, if you want an Apple coupon code, ask us. Reach out to support@draftdigital.com and say, I'd like an Apple coupon code for my book. Now, there are some caveats here. And they're not our caveats. There are rules that Apple has when it comes to these things that you're going to want to know, because you can use these strategically, and you don't want to mess this up, because there's sort of a limit on these things. First off, these are free. You can get them just for asking for them. And they can be used, by the way, on pre-orders. So you can actually give these coupons away to people in order to get them to buy your book on pre-order for free. And then, of course, people can actually leave reviews for the book while you are on pre-order, unlike other platforms. So Apple will allow readers to leave reviews on a pre-ordered book. So this is a great way to promote your work. Now, some of the caveats here. First of all, you only get 250 of these codes, and that is for the lifetime of an individual book. So you only get 250. So you want to use these strategically, right? Some people like to ask for all those coupons up front. And the problem with that is that once they're they're gone, first of all. But also, only about 10% of those things end up being used by the people they're given to. So you could actually end up taking all 250 of your codes and only maybe 25 people redeem them. So be a little more strategic about how you use these. The coupon codes are always for free. They're always giving the book away for free. Apple does not offer discount codes. So you can't spontaneously generate a sale. In other words, a sale, promotional sale on your book. You have to either offer it full price or you offer it for free. The coupon allows for a reader to download one specific book for free. So the coupons are coded to a specific item on the iTunes store, the iBook store. So you can see where there are some limits there. You will a good strategy for these. Use them to get reviews. So approach, friends and family and fans and readers whom you know will actually go out and download the book and leave you a good review for it. So this is a great way to promote that, which helps. Other than that, it's really another caveat before I forget. These codes expire 28 days after they're issued. So that's another reason not to get all 250 of these at once. Ration these out. Get like 10 at a time or something. But you also want to have your marketing plan in place before you request these. Okay? Now, all you have to do to get these is reach out to us and say, here's the name of my book. Give us a link maybe to where it is. Make sure that your name is listed as the author. And it only takes us a few minutes once we request these to get these back. So you're going to want to make sure that you have all your promotions in place before you really dive into this. If you are planning to use these for alongside something like, say, a book club promotion, you'll know in advance when that promotion is. Do not request these until you're closing in on that date a little. You get them pretty quick. And they only have 28 days before they expire. So reach out to us a couple of days before the book club promotion. Just say, or you can email us a week or so ahead of time and say, look, I've got a promotion coming up on the 5th. And we'll tell you, when the good time to get back to us would be. We'll tell you, reach out to us on this date, and we'll get it. That would be the better time for you, and we'll make sure you get those codes. So that's a strategic way to use those. The Apple coupon codes, like I said, they're specific to a book. They expire in 28 days. They're very handy for getting people to try the book out and leave your review. But you only get 250 of them over the lifetime of the book, so be smart about them. Be strategic with them. So that's Apple coupon codes. Next up, we're going to take a look at Kobo promotions. Okay, how to get a Kobo promotion through Drafted Digital. Ask us for it. Good night, everybody. Okay, so there's a little more to it than that. The best way to go about this is to email us. You'll email support@drafteddigital.com, or you can go onto the Drafted Digital website. Drafteddigital.com/contact will take you to the contact page. And what you're going to do is you're going to say, I'd like a Kobo promotion when it's available, and you can supply us with some information. So some of that would be, first let us know that you want the promotion. Then let us know what book or books you would like to promote, if possible. Let us know your genre, the number of books you have in a series. Kobo prefers series, and in fact, they prefer really large series. They actually prefer the more expensive books, too, because what they really want is for you to discount that book. So the steeper the discount, the better Kobo will like it. Is the first book in the series free? Kobo does not promote free books, so keep that in mind. They will do a promotion in which the book is free for the promotion, but they will not promote a book that is free permanently. So keep that in mind. Let us know the number of reviews that the book has, what the price of each book is. Are you willing to reduce the price for the promotion? And maybe throw in some links to the book on Kobo and possibly elsewhere, because sometimes we get this same stuff, by the way, can apply to other promotions that we might get from other vendors. We don't get a lot of them, but we do get them from Kobo and some others. So the gist of this is we cannot guarantee that we will give you a promotion because we don't always have one to give. But when Kobo and others announce these promotions, we tend to be the first people they let know because we have so many books that go to them each year. So we get a little more pull in that than most people. So we tend to be the first to hear about it, and we always pass these on to our authors. So if you'll put your name in the hat, as it were, the next time we have a promotion, we can consider you for it. Now, these promotions tend to be themed, like there'll be a back-to-school promotion, or Halloween, or Christmas, or Valentine's, or something along those lines. And they will often tell us specifically what types of books they're looking for, price ranges. So they want, they'll want specific genres, specific price ranges. They want to know that you have, maybe they'll require you to have 50 to 75 reviews. Maybe they want it to be a 4.5 star average. They'll give us some specifics. So your book may not qualify for a Kobo promotion, but if it does, and we have that on file, we can refer back to it and try to make sure you get included. We may contact you for more information or something along those lines. But honestly, the best thing to do is to email us and say, if you have promotions, can you please include me? Here's the information about my book. So really, when it all comes down to it, it doesn't get simpler than that. Now, we may come up with a more sophisticated way to handle promotions in the future. It's something we're working on, something we're considering. But for now, that's the way it works. It's worked out pretty well for us and for the authors. We do see spikes in sales for authors' work when these promotions come around. So they are good to include. It's good to be included in them. So that's it. We're going to wrap this up. I hope you got something useful out of this video. I know it's a long one, but we broke it up into parts. So, and, if you have questions, if you had anything at all, be sure to reach out to us. Write us up at support@draftdigital.com or visit us at draftdigital.com/contact. If you go to our blog, if you go to Draft Digital and you click on the blog, you're going to get all kinds of information. We are constantly uploading new content that is meant to help you build and grow your business. If you follow us on Twitter at Draft Digital, you can also follow us on Facebook. It's Draft Digital, or it's facebook.com/draftdigital. You may see a theme. You can check us out and ping us anytime. We've always got human beings monitoring practically every way to access us. The best way to reach us always is to email us at support@draftdigital.com. We're standing by. We will help you. That's what we're for. Like I said, we are authors. Writing is part of our DNA. We understand what you deal with. I understand, believe me. I'm an author myself. I understand exactly the kind of thing that you deal with. So we're here to help, and we hope you enjoyed this. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time. Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you have questions you'd like answered, check out the FAQ at draftdigital.com/FAQ, or you can read up on our knowledge base at draftdigital.com/knowledge base. You can also follow us and talk to us on Twitter at draftdigital and on Facebook, facebook.com/draftdigital. And of course, hop over to the Draft Digital blog at draftdigital.com/blog, where you can get great content that's aimed at helping you build and grow your author business. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Kevin Tumlinson, and this has been your D2D Answers.